welcome to the Wilderness Podcast, the show that would be considered middle-aged in human years now because we're on episode 40. We gotta have a midlife crisis on this episode, or at least one's gonna be coming up.
Gonna get a nice Corvette.
Yeah, I like it. What'd you do this week?
Not too much. I'm still having issues connecting to the servers for some reason. It was good for like a day or two. I don't even remember what I did. I think I just woodcut and did some Slayer.
Just blacked out?
I don't know, it worked for a day or two, and I was like, oh man, it's actually working. And then now it's every time I try, I just forever loading, you know?
Oh jeez.
Yeah, so I don't really know. Maybe it's my router or something. I'm not too sure. Can't figure out the issue, but so I've been playing a lot of random ass games, and been playing a lot of WoW and stuff.
Oh no.
No, the thing is it doesn't satisfy the grind. I want to grind out. I want to get 99 defense. I need to get my Dragon Warhammer, and it's just annoying because every day, my buddies are getting closer to raids, and I'm not. I'm gonna have to really sit down and grind if I can figure out this issue.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Yeah, it's no good. You're falling behind.
But yeah, so I played some WoW, and then Steam summer sale. So
you got the bug.
So I've bought I've refunded a lot of games, but I've bought a lot of games and tried out a bunch of random ass shit.
Anything worth mentioning at least?
I played some Little Nightmares. Getting that game to work was a fucking nightmare though. Holy, because I have Windows 7.
Okay.
And for some reason, when there's major issues with the game, this game, sometimes, for some people, it just won't work on their computers.
Yeah.
If you have Windows 7 and some people on Windows 10, but they don't tell you that on the Steam page, which I think they should. They've had this issue since the game came out. So when I downloaded it, I had to it was 2 hours of troubleshooting. And I had to download this SDE thing from the Intel website, throw it into my Little Nightmares exe where the exe is, so I can actually play the game. And then I had to go on command go on CMD, open that up, and I had to do a bunch of fucking shit to get it to work and restart my computer, and now the game works.
Wow. You got this from Steam, or did you get this from Pirate Bay?
Steam.
Jesus Christ.
And the thing is, I was looking it up, and I was missing a bunch of files. And when I was looking up why these files are missing, the only things that came up was it's an issue with Windows 7, or you downloaded it from this website, and everything kept linking me to this one website, telling me to download a fix from this website, and it's a cracked game, and I really didn't want to download that, so I had to find out a legitimate way to fix it.
That
was
that's where I would have refunded the game right there.
Well, the thing is, I was really pissed. I was about to, but my friend wanted to watch me play it, so I was kind of I said I'd play it for them.
All right,
and because they couldn't get the game, but they wanted to see it, and so after 20 minutes, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna fix it. And yeah, I don't know. I think it was worth it, even though I probably spent more time trying to fix the game than actually playing it, because the game's kind of short.
True.
But it was still worth it. It's actually such a good game.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Played some Civ 6, got back into that.
Any good?
Yeah, I love Civilization, so I'll always say,
Any expansions out yet? Because I know everybody always says they wait for the DLCs or the expansions to be released before they say Civilization's even good to play.
Well, I mean, I think it's good just as is, but they have 3 DLCs. Australia and some Viking shit, some random. I don't remember. I don't have all the DLC. I don't know. I
they added Australia and Civilization.
Oh yeah, pretty cool. They've added there's 6 or something new civs, but I don't know. And then
they just found it on the globe. Hey, fuck, I forgot about this island over here.
Yeah,
it's pretty big. How do we miss that?
And yeah, and then I also got Besiege because it's sandboxy-esque game where it's you build shit and
Hold on, wait. You said sandbox, so I have to ask early access?
I don't think so. It
Ooh,
doesn't play
no,
like an early
really?
access. Let me check it out. So it's a survival game. No, it's not a survival game, but it's like there's sandbox mode, but then there's like levels, and each level it's like, oh, destroy all these buildings or kill these people or get to this location, and then you make whatever you want. So it's like kind of like Kerbal Space, where you can make any type of vehicle or whatever. You can kind of just fuck around and try and do like the levels.
Okay.
Super fucking fun. I don't know. I get lost playing that game, just like making the most ridiculous shit where like my vehicle will break into like 5 different things and they all kind of just fly off and do shit. It doesn't really work too well, but I don't know. It's a really fun game.
Interesting.
But yeah, not too much really this week. Just kind of random shit. Just trying to kill time till I can figure this out.
With no RuneScape, everything's just a blank.
Yeah, I don't know, I've been looking into like new routers and shit. I'm gonna see if I can like test one out and see if that works. This is kind of ridiculous.
I don't know. I'm not good with that type of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm stubborn though. I like to try and figure it myself. Like, I don't know. It works, like, RS will work sometimes, so I thought it was like my firewall or something that randomly just started blocking it, but like it's not. I've gone through all my antivirus stuff, my malware bites and everything, and nothing suggests that it's blocked to have it actually on like allow for everything. I don't know. I'll try and figure it out this week. I'll keep working on it. But yeah, what about yourself?
So they're playing Fallout 4 again, because I remember way back, I think it was around Christmas, right after Christmas time, I wiped all my all the memory on my PS4.
Yeah.
So I had a fucking, I probably had like 40 hours worth of gameplay on my save file on my old, starting from scratch all over again. The game's pretty fun.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Fallout 4 personally.
See,
Not
like,
a big fan of it.
Playing it now, it kind of reminds me exactly when I got it the first time. Like, I'm just like going hard and discovering everything, every house. I have to figure out what the fuck happened in it, even if it's irrelevant to the quest. It's just some random house. I gotta figure out, gotta find the notes and stuff to see who these people were or what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm doing it again this time around. I'm like kind of stumbling. Oh, what's this house? And then as I'm doing it, I'm just like, oh yeah, I kind of remember doing this. And I kind of remember doing this. And I'm like, fuck, I'm following the exact same path as my old file.
Yeah.
Because I'm like coming across this quest, and then I'm doing this quest, and then I come across this farm, and I'm just like, oh, this is fucking taking the same path as the last time, but... So we're gonna see how long until I get burnt out, and then put that game on hold.
My issue with that game is just like, all you're doing is shooting stuff. Like, every quest, it's like, go in here and shoot everything. It's like every quest is a Skyrim dungeon. Like in Skyrim, how you just walk into a dungeon and now you're just killing everything, and then you get to the end and there's a convenient way to get to the beginning so you could just exit the area, or the building, the dungeon, whatever. And then the whole Minutemen shit, that whole meme. But I mean, like...
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I was playing it, I don't have too much, I probably have like only a few hours, but like I sat there like, oh man, Super Armor's really fun. Building that shit, like building a little base type thing is really fun. But like doing the actual quest, like, I just didn't care for the outcome of anything. I just was kind of just doing it to get experience and kill stuff and get loot. And you're constantly like having to salvage everything and go back and drop it because everything gives you so much loot. And yeah, I don't know. Not my type of game. I mean, I love Skyrim. I've played that game. I probably have like thousands of hours clocked on like Xbox and on like PC together. Like, I've done like everything you could think of on Skyrim. Like my last playthrough, I like beat the game only using fists just cause like, I don't know, just felt like it. And like that game, you could like, a lot of the quests were really cool and the characters were really cool. But I find with like Fallout 4, like, the only person you care about is dog meat in your robot. I forget your robot's name. Like, I don't care for anyone else. They're all, like, super boring people, and the quests are super, like...
Well, like you said, you're only a couple hours in, so maybe that's why. But I know you do meet characters that you actually, like, are interesting and have more character. Because I know my first playthrough, there's some characters you're like, dude, because I thought dog meat was going to be my companion throughout the whole game, because I agree with you, like, fuck, everyone's really boring and stale. But then there's a few characters I was like, no, fuck that, this dude's coming with me.
Yeah, I mean, like, with those games, I've never liked having followers and stuff. I've always liked being on my own. I've never I've never been a big fan of having people, like, chill with me. I mean, like, Fallout 2 and shit, that's a bit different.
Well, yeah, that's like,
it was, like, turn-based and
Yeah,
stuff,
it's
and
turn-based.
you needed them, and, like, even then, like, if you compare, like, Fallout 2 to, like, the Fallout 4 cast and stuff, like, I loved everyone in Fallout 2. Fallout 2 is
Fallout 2
sweet.
is awesome.
Sulik, my favorite character, like, in, like, any game. He's that tribal dude with the sledgehammer. Like,
If you've never played Fallout 2, I highly recommend going out and playing it because it's probably one of my favorite games of all time. Because I just remember, part of the reason was I was just a kid. I remember we were at our babysitter's house, and our babysitter had a son, and he would play Fallout on the computer sometimes when, like, I guess when she would kind of fuck off and go somewhere else, he would jump on the computer, throw the game in, and, like, I'd kind of watch. And he also had the strategy book, so it was like, the strategy guy, which had, like, hundreds of pages and had every item, every monster, every companion, every city, everything you need to know about the game. Because this is before, like, you can go on Google or anything like that.
mm-hmm.
Talking, like, early 2000s, if even. I think the game came out in 1990. Sorry, not 1990. 1998.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, like, the comparisons, I mean, they're different games, but you know what I mean? Like, the quests and stuff. I don't know, I find with Fallout, they focused a bit too much on, like, combat and, like, the whole crafting system, I guess. The whole making your own house. But, whatever.
It's kind of cool, but I don't know.
Yeah, you can see where they put their energy, and it worked where they did it, but where they didn't, it kind of flubbed, in my opinion. But anyways, what else did you do?
Oh, almost forgot to mention this, but before I jump into the RuneScape business, at my work, we get they have like they call it a fun day every year where they just kind of plan something and you get kind of the day off to go do something fun with whatever they plan. And
yeah,
so I've been with this company 3 years now, and the first year it was thrown at Canada's Wonderland, which is what do you call not a theme park, is that what you call it?
Amusement park, theme park, yeah.
Yeah, it's an amusement park. So what was dope about that was it normally opens up, let's say 9 o'clock, but what they would do is you'd show up there for 7:30. You'd have a meeting inside Wonderland, like inside one of their areas. You'd have some meeting, like, oh, these are the annual stats of reports of each, site. These are the houses we sold, compared to last year and whatnot. And then that would be about half an hour and end at 8. So it'd still be an hour before anyone came on. And then they would just basically like, okay, there's like 10 rides open. You guys can go on them for an hour until people come. So it's pretty fucking sweet. And like, you're allowed to bring like one guest. So I brought my girlfriend, and there's a ride called Leviathan, and it's fucking crazy. It's got an intense drop. Have you ever been on that ride?
I haven't been to Wonderland since 2008.
What?
So
dude, we gotta go.
I just got so sick of the rides. Like,
what? You cannot,
rides.
dude. Some of them, oh man. I screamed like a bitch going down some of those rides. So fucking, oh yeah, there's this ride, Leviathan, and how do you describe a roller coaster? Like, you know what a roller coaster is, but how do you differentiate compared to other ones? Because they're all pretty intense, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, basically, when you're going down the first big slope, it's not just going straight down, but it's like inverting. You know what I mean?
You're going like upside down a bit?
Very slightly, but
Yeah.
it's fucking intimidating when you're going down. You're just like, because for me, when I go on roller coasters, I always choose the very front or the very back. Normally the very front, because oh my god, I'm just picturing it now. Because when you're in the front, like, you're dangling down the slope, going straight down before it actually starts going down, because, the back end still has to go up.
Yep.
Holy fucking shit. So much fun.
You see, I like the back end because you kind of get slingshotted. Like, there's definitely more momentum in the back.
Yeah, like
you go faster, quicker, if that makes sense, I guess, because the weight of the roller coaster, and you're like the last cart, and you kind of like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, it's a different sort of fun. That's why they're both good, because they're both really different. But I guess the way you could describe it is the front is much more visually scary.
Yep.
And the back is all like fucking, I guess, physical because you're just getting whipped around.
Yeah.
But, but since there's nobody at the theme park, you're able to just kind of sit on the same roller coaster. And they're like, all right, we'll send you again. And they'd send you three times.
Does your company buy the park out for the day?
Just for the first hour, like an hour early.
Okay.
Well, I guess an hour and a half because they have that meeting. And then at 8, they have a few rides open. And then there's nobody else there. So, like, I was on the Leviathan for like 3 times in a row. And then they would tell you have to get off and like go walk around for 5 minutes because like if you go on it anymore, you might faint just because of all the blood rushing. Like, I guess it would go to like your legs and shit. I'm an idiot. You can't ask me. But anyways, so yeah, that's fucking sweet. That was the first year. The second year, almost all the same. The only difference is they took out the first hour. So you kind of got to go on with everyone else.
Oh, okay.
So quickly, going back to the first year, because this is one of the funniest things, is you're in the lineup, and it's 9 o'clock, and you're seeing all these kids running, be like, I'm going to be first in line. And then they just stop, and they're like, oh, wait, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah.
So yeah, the second year, not as good. And then this year, they decided to do it at like an arcade. They did it at Palladium.
Okay, yeah.
Have you ever been there?
Long time ago, but yep.
Yeah, so I guess I haven't been there in a long time either, and they haven't really added any new games since you've been there, I bet. Except for they might have added maybe Flappy Bird and, another game that's like, it's like, there's a bunch of games I'd walk by and be like, man, I could download the app for that. Like, really?
Yeah. Why am I spending $1 a turn or whatever?
Yeah.
I try, yeah.
And they had, like, none of your classic arcade games, like, like your Street Fighter games and stuff like that.
I was just gonna say that. Every time I've gone to an arcade, I've been to, like, 4 different arcades the past, like, 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 years.
Sure.
I don't go to arcades a lot, but, like a couple really big name ones, and then, like, when I go to the cottage, with my buddies, like, every August, like, we'll go down to, like, the arcade for, like, an hour or 2, but every place I go, they don't have a Street Fighter, they don't have Tekken, they don't have anything like that, and it's super annoying, because I want to play some fighting games and
like,
beat some people, but whatever.
Most of the games they would have there are the driving games and those shooting games with the gun.
Yeah.
But they're fucking horrible. Like, some of them are so bad. Like, me and this one guy, we played 2 players on this hunting game where you'd have to shoot, like, it's like Duck Hunt, but with, like, deer. And basically, like, 20 deer just run across your screen. And you have this shotgun, and you're basically just nonstop pumping it and pushing the trigger and just trying to shoot them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is retarded, dude. Like, I don't know. It made me, like... It made me want to go to an arcade, but like an arcade like straight from the past with like, your Pac-Man, Street Fighter.
See, that's the one thing is when we were kids, we used to go to the arcade like every other weekend at least. I don't know if you remember, but we used to always go to the arcade and they had like a lot of good classic games, but as we've gotten older, I've noticed they phase out like the fun little, pay 25 cents and play a life or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they, like, now it's just like the gambling games. You put a quarter in or like a coin and it shoots the coin at like a pile and you're like, I'm going to try and knock this cup over of coins and get 20. It's like those stupid, like, the gambling games, I guess, for tickets. Like, everything's for tickets now. You don't really play for fun.
Yeah, it's just a little kid's casino.
Yeah, actually, though, it's really, like, last time I went to, like one of the big name arcades, like, that's what I noticed, because my friend was, like, playing that the whole time, where it's, like, these things that just, these, like, I don't even know what you'd call them, but they, like, wedges or something, they just kind of push, they go back and forwards, and they just knock coins off into the catcher, and then you just...
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a bunch of different variations. Like, they're all... Yeah. It's like the slot machines. It's no different.
Or, like, the claw grabber shit. It's like, fuck, I want to play, like, an actual, like, fighting game or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And, so, yeah, that was pretty bad. Besides that, they had some go-karting, which is... It was alright. Like, it wasn't too bad. I rode that.
Sick. I love go-karting. But they go the perfect speed where you can just drift every single corner like crazy.
Oh, see, the problem was it was raining that day, so anytime you drifted, you would just spin out hardcore.
Oh.
So you had to like take turns pretty kind of like a lot slower than I wanted to. But yeah, that was actually fun. That was the most fun thing there. And then I did some of the batting cages.
Yep.
Did 2 rounds. I don't know how many balls they shoot at you. Let's say 20. I didn't fucking hit a single one. Nope. Not one single ball.
Yeah, I have bad memories of going to a batting cage where the ball smashed my hand, and I just like, no, cried, walked out. And that was it. And
That's what I should have done. I should have bunted it.
That's what I tried to do. Because the batting cage I went to, where I was in, because I was little, I couldn't do like the MLB-esque where the ball just goes like straight. It was it was like softballs kind of, but they'd be lobbed high up in the air. And I was just standing there like trying to swing as it just like went up and down, but it was super awkward trying to hit it. And I like swung too early and it fucking just like smashed my hand. And I was like, I don't like batting cages anymore. Never went.
But yeah, I actually gave myself a blister on my wrist because my thumb kept rubbing against my wrist. It's confusing. I don't even know how it happened, but it just did because every hit I thought this is gonna be the home run. Everyone behind me who's waiting, they're gonna be like, oh, he missed 9 of them, but that one he hit, it fucking smashed the roof, and they had to close down the center. That guy's going places.
Went right back into the machine, just caused it to explode.
Pretty epic, but gave myself a blister instead and had to go to the doctors. No, I'm just kidding.
They put you on a stretcher?
Yeah, it took me away. Yeah, and then came home, played some RuneScape. What have I done? Lots of farming. And I know I said I was going to do some Slayer. I don't know who I was talking to, but you know what I haven't been thinking of? I've been using the Sarah sword since like 80 strength.
Yep.
I had an Abbey dagger at one point, but then I sold it to do something, and I never had the money to get it back. What the fuck? What did I do that for? Can't remember. But anyways, yeah, so I figured maybe if I just smash out 99 strength and just start fighting with an Abbey whip and stuff like that, things will get a lot more fun.
Yeah. See, I purposely NMZ'd to 99 strength because I'm not going to buy an Abbey dagger. At the time, it wasn't cost effective for me to buy an Abbey dagger or to use a Sarah sword. It was like I was better off just NMZing to 99 strength and then, you know, wearing my max bonus attack stuff, my strength bonus stuff, and then bringing out my Abbey whips. Okay, that's what it is. I see a lot of people like training with like a Bando's chest plate and like dragon legs and you know what I mean? Like really random ass gear like an Abbey dagger. And like, I've always like tried to explain to people, you have to like, if you're going for like, if you're doing Slayer and you're going for like, you know, fastest Slayer experience and all that stuff, you kind of care about EXP and stuff. Like you're just trying to max out how much strength bonus you can get. So like having a Bando's chest plate is kind of bad because you could sell that and like buy a better necklace and use your fighter torso because they're the same offensive stats and try and get like tacits as soon as possible and primordials as soon as possible and obviously Dragon Defender and like the Zerker rings and torture. Like you just like the whole thing is like trying to max out your strength bonus so you can hit higher.
No, I feel ya, and I totally agree. Now, but if I'm gonna say if you're coming from a fashionscape perspective, this guy's got it totally right then.
Well, I don't know.
All right, what are you gonna compete with it? Full rune?
No, dude, full jesters from
the
Fremennik Isles. Yeah, dude, that's part of my fashionscape, man.
You can't fight with that stuff.
Oh yeah, full jesters and the gay pride necklace, the scarf.
What was I saying? Why are we talking about that?
Strength training.
Yeah.
Sarah sword.
Oh yeah, so I just been doing that, and I've been getting a fuck ton of like dust devils and gargoyles and shit like that. You make so much money off them.
Mm-hmm.
I've got like
really nice money.
Yeah, I have like 4 mils sitting in my bank just because it's been just kind of collecting as I'm doing that. Because I'm doing my Slayer tasks in between my farming runs, or I'll do farming runs in between my Slayer tasks, whatever. And I don't really know what I want to save up for with that 4 mil. And I'm thinking like, because I don't want to spend it on construction that, like, I don't really want to blow the rest right now.
Well, if you're gonna buy gear, I actually don't know how better the stats are on a torture compared to amulet.
Mm-hmm.
But I would look at either saving for the torture and then going for a Saragod sword, or like just looking to upgrade your gear.
But the only problem is like a Sarah God sword is what? 40 mil?
40 to 44.
Yeah, so that's 10 times more than what I have, so I'm not even close. But
yeah, but I don't know, if you're just doing what you're doing, like I was literally doing the same thing, Slayer and farming. I was doing that a couple weeks ago, and not even trying to make money. Like the supplies I'd bring were pretty inefficient. It was just to get the task done quickly and all that stuff. But like once you start getting Necreals and Gargoyles and you get Kraken tasks a lot, like you walk in and you walk out with like a mil profit per task. Like there's times where like you're making a couple mil in like one session of like sitting down and you get back after work or something.
No, I feel
and
you.
Like refilling my supplies. Like I buy my supplies in bulk because I'm lazy. Like I'll buy like 100 Sarah Brews and 100 super combat sets and all that stuff. But like in sharks or whatever, but buying, even after supplies and stuff and like all that, like I'm sitting on, I think like 18 mil. And that's just from doing Slayer and just passively making money while training stats and getting Slayer. And like once you get to like, you can do Thermo and Kraken and Cerberus and stuff, that's when the money like really starts pouring in.
Oh yeah, like Slayer is great money. Like you said, like even now, each task I'm walking away with like a good chunk of change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I didn't even notice it. I got 4 mil sitting in my bank. And I think last week you were talking about like, you don't think it's a good idea to blow it all on skills. It's better to get the equipment first.
Yeah, I've kind of learned that the harder way, I think.
Yeah, so I'm agreeing with you, and I'm learning it the hard way as well, because like, yeah, my bank's so puny, and it's just getting smaller because every one of my goals costs just a lot of money, and you're not getting much return from it.
I mean, you went 94 magic to 82 construction.
Yeah.
You're just like literally taking a shit on your money. You know what's next? Fire making? You're gonna start burning away all your money.
Yeah.
But
actually, it's funny, it kind of was Herblore, but
yeah, see, exactly.
But I'm not going to spend money on that. I've been doing it with the farming methods.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing too. Like, I had so many Renar seeds saved up that when I ran out of prayer potions and shit from doing Slayer, I was able to make like 100 and something, like 180 or something 4 doses. Like, alright, gonna clean all these Renars and just kind of go with it.
Yeah,
so, it's pretty nice.
Even, because I'm probably not going to be getting 82 Herblore just from farming and shit like that. Eventually.
Well, why are you going for 82 again?
Because I need it for Master Clue. I got to make a anti-venom or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 82. I forget. It's something I was going to boost, but it's up there.
Yep. Definitely more than 20 mil investment. I mean, you're going to get a lot of the money back, but I think it's for where I'm at to like 78 I needed 20 mil.
Yeah.
And then you'd lose like, 3 or 4 mil in the process.
Yeah, like it's pricey, but I don't want to waste my money on herbs and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, I was just doing it through farming and like Slayer and stuff like that. And I'm making some decent profit just from that, just because I'm selling the potions and shit afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I spent 500k and bought 12 Snapdragon seeds, because normally I'm the guy selling the Snapdragon seeds every time I get them.
Yep.
I decided, okay, you know what, let's try planting them and seeing what the payout is. And with 12 seeds, I got, I think it was 700k worth of herbs.
Yeah.
None of them got diseased, but yeah, it worked out.
The best feeling is when you get 10 herbs out of it. It's like, oh, fuck yes.
No, I haven't
some
got
nice money. Do you have
every time it's
secateurs?
like 6 or 7.
Oh, so maybe I just get lucky, because I get 10 like every other run at least. I'll have one that gives me 10.
I think that's basically it. Just doing some Slayer and just doing some farming. I think I'm at 64 Herblore, 70 farming.
Nice.
300k away from 99 strength, I think.
Decent. So this upcoming week's gonna be pretty big, eh?
Oh, but dead man mode.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear about the news, because let's get right into her.
Yeah. So the Dead Man Summer Invitational has started. And yeah, so 2,000 players go in, and, one person walks out with 20,000, or if it's a clan, they're going to split the money. But yeah, the final hour will be on Saturday, so I think by the time you're hearing this, it will have already happened, but we'll probably, chat about it on the Discord and stuff, let everyone know when it's happening.
We'll give some updates.
Yep. I haven't actually watched people. I usually try and watch streamers and their highlights or whatever of what they've done throughout the invitational. But I haven't this week.
I just don't have time. I would love to. I should try to pay attention at work with my phone.
Yeah.
To have a streamer constantly loaded up and listening to him in my ear.
Yeah. Watching them live can be kind of boring because they're just grinding all day, 18 hours straight. But, the highlights, they kind of condense to 20 minutes. So you can go to Bodhi or someone. I don't really know who else.
Okay.
Torvesta maybe. And they have their highlights of what they're doing and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they've made a note that if you box, or account share, you're going to be disqualified. So because that has been an issue. Obviously, it's always been an issue. So they're just kind of making sure everyone knows not to do that.
You want to give a quick summary of what boxing is?
Boxing is having another account or another player attack you without the intention of killing you. They're attacking you so no one else can hurt you. So they'll equip flowers and they'll poke you, or they'll just punch you or something. And so if you're skulled or whatever, they'll have someone do that until your skull timer runs out, or, kind of abusing the PJ system they have.
Right.
Yeah, that's the invitational. Pretty excited. It's probably going to be a pretty good one.
Yeah, I was talking to some of the people in chat. I know many people are excited. They're all they want to participate this time around, so we're going to get a little group going.
Yep.
I even made a little channel in the Discord just for all of our crazy elite strats.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have a more passive season. I'll probably play this season and be more passive. I'm not gonna rush for high combat just cause.
I'm not gonna rush. I'm gonna do slow and steady, but if I can, I'm gonna try to make it to the tournament next time, because why not? That'd be cool.
Yep. What are you gonna do during that week though when you have work and stuff?
The invitational?
Yeah. Let's say you get in next one.
Fucking, I got 2 weeks left of vacation.
Oh, nice. Solid.
There it is.
But yeah.
Knowing me, I'll mix up the date and book the 2 weeks in between.
Yeah. Be pretty fun.
Anyone who's listening and wants to try Deadman mode, even if you're new and you're just I'm kind of interested, hop into our Wild CC chat, and then there will be some people there. I might even advertise with people I play with in the Deadman mode, because every season that I do it, I know there's tons of people who are just I'm a fucking lone wolf, but I wouldn't mind finding a CC to join and advertise it a bit. And you get a shit ton of people in the CC, but then it dies out as fast as Deadman mode dies out, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, be prepared for that, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, you're saying you're going to be more passive?
See, as I said that
this time,
I realized I have a bunch of friends that have just gotten RS, and 2 of them are getting really into PKing. They aren't PKing yet because they kind of realized, I explained to them, the difficulties of a new player getting into PKing, just account wise, not even skill or anything. Just your account, you're not going to get kills with your account. You
practice. You don't have a lot of extra sets in the bank.
No, but I even mean if my one buddy's level 60 with 40 attack, 55 random numbers, 40, and they have not that good of stats to actually get the kills. And it's okay, this is how it works, because some people can eat this amount, they'll heal this much. So you have to be able to combo them out for at least this much consistently to get kills. And keep in mind, they're going to be able to hit you for this much. I kind of explained to them that it's going to be hard, but also if you want, I can give you one of my pures, and you don't, try not to get its defense up, because then the account's gonna be worse, and it's gonna only, like, hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
But feel free to just use my 80 sets of PKing, I don't care, just have fun with it. But they're all getting really into it, so I'm thinking, because tomorrow, for Canada's Day, I told my one friend I'd go down to his place, and we'd have, like, a little LAN, because, Canada's turning 150 on Saturday.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, I had other plans, but they didn't end up working out. So, and I already told these guys I'd kind of, hang out with them. And so I'm thinking, like, we could just land dead man mode for, like, the night, and that'd actually be kind of fun. And
yeah, that does sound pretty fun.
Join the CC in the Discord, and we'll have a gaggle of people running around.
We'll specialize in different skills.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. So, yeah, that'll be fun. We'll do that. And, like I said, don't be shy. Definitely jump into our Discord or our chat channel if you aren't already in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Yep. So, moving on. Jagex surprised us with the Australian servers being released.
Oh, yeah.
So they released, was it 6 servers, I believe?
Yep, 6 servers.
6 Australian servers, but
uh-oh,
Australians and people from New Zealand, like oceanic players, reported having worse ping on these servers.
Okay, fair enough.
And they found out the issue was connecting to the Australian servers would route you, I think it's to Los Angeles and then to Australian servers, which is like, who's your system admin and what is he doing? How is he getting
really
paid for this? Because that's a mistake I would make, and I have no idea what he does for his job. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like that comes off as like a rookie kind of error, but maybe it's common and it's really hard to avoid. I don't know. I don't know much about.
Is that a Jagex issue or an Australian
It's
internet?
definitely a Jagex issue.
Think so? Because I've been, I was reading some of the subreddits, and I saw it was little like debates going on whether whose end it would fall on.
I mean, regardless if it was the servers they had purchased, or if it's the Jagex team, the person that's overlooking the servers, I mean, that guy is responsible for purchasing and making sure the servers are up to date. So regardless, it's Jagex's fault. Like, he should be looking into testing the ping. Like, you can open up, like, they have a way to open up, you can open up command prompt or whatever.
True. Okay.
And test the ping like that. Like, it's really basic stuff. And they just kind of assumed it would have worked. People are really upset. I have no idea if they've actually fixed it yet.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if it had been fixed yet.
I have no idea, but I mean, regardless, it's kind of silly, but at least that's step one. Maybe in 3 years from now, they'll actually be up and running.
Oh, that'd be cool, eh?
Yeah. The only thing that worries me is that the 2,000 total level worlds, everyone has always complained that it's got really, really bad ping. And there's a website, I forget what the website is, but you can look and see what your internet connection is directly to each, like, old school server.
Okay.
And so when I boss and stuff, generally I open that up and I should have it bookmarked. I usually, I Google, like, old school RuneScape, like, servers or some random ass shit. But, I'll connect like that. And, like, I've noticed that the 2,000 worlds are always, like, really high ping. And
oh, yeah?
so, yeah, so those ones have an issue, or that has an issue, and then the Australian servers now have an issue, so that kind of makes me worried if they're actually going to fix it. But maybe it's already fixed, and I'm just, talking in the past. But, yeah, anyways, at least they have the servers up. That's step one. That's the most important thing.
Yep, they,
and,
exactly.
Yeah, and now they have the midsummer event is now live.
Oh.
So, most games have, like, a little midsummer event, kind of just, celebrate summer, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's a little event going on. It's like every day you have, like, a little clue you have to do, and then you get a disc of returning, and you get a half wine every day you do it. And there's probably, like, cosmetics you can get. Yeah, so the items can be reclaimed from Diango, or, the play-around house toy box if you lose them.
Okay.
If you help for 3 days, you'll get a hand fan. So it's a new little item. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Not bad.
And yeah, you talk to Thorder within the black hole for some perplexing riddles.
Black hole. I'd have to look into this, but do you know where the disc of returning and the half wine come from?
No. No idea.
It's from, I almost want to say RuneScape Classic, but they were out before my days, at least, and I started 2003? Sometime around there. So anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, back in the day when you would get banned and you tried to log in, you'd still be able to log in, but your account would be in this, like, black abyss. And you wouldn't be able to leave it. You'd be trapped in this, like, prison almost. So, your account was useless, but you could still go on and, like, talk to your friends if you wanted to and shit.
Yeah.
And the Disc of Returning was an item people could take. I don't know if, like, who they would talk to. Sorry. And then they could talk to someone or something like that, and they could come visit you in the abyss. And the Disc of Returning is, so I think you used it to get back out of there or something like that.
That's actually really cool. I like it a lot.
It's interesting, yeah. So it was like a prison, and people could visit you in your prison, but yeah, I think that's what they did with bots not bots. That's what they did with bans back then. And with the half wine, whenever you drank a jug of wine, it would take two. It was like a pie, right? It would take 2 drinks.
Oh, okay.
You'd consume half of it, and then I guess they changed it for whatever reason. I think some of this also happened when RuneScape Classic became RuneScape 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just changed jugs of wine to be 1 consumption. But if you had dranken your wine once in, RuneScape Classic and kept a half jug in your bank, it never converted. It would stay half jug. So lo and behold, you probably had like a bunch of people who had some half jugs of wine in their bank, and over time those things became so much money. And same with the Disc of Returning, like those were like, they were the same as party hats and shit like that. Like they were just a fucking item you would buy, and they would just go up in value over time, and they would just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. That's what I really liked about RuneScape, and it's the one thing I don't really like about old school is that they don't want that. Like, I love the concept of, like, party hats, and I guess the Disc of Returning, and the Halloween mask. Like, I loved how all that stuff, like, is super expensive, and it's just a cosmetic, like, look how much money I have, I'm just gonna buy this. Like,
yeah.
I don't really like how, when party hats get too high of a price, they literally drop, like, couple thousand in free-to-play and members worlds at the Grand Exchange. I really don't like that. But, I mean, I guess they have, like, a better reason. Probably to, something to do with real-world trading and hackings and stuff. Probably, like, a way to,
Like, I think it's a cool idea, but if you look up RuneScape 3 now, the prices are, like, they're past max cash stacks. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Yep.
Party hats are just, like, fucking ridiculously expensive. But I think what they want to do is they still have those items in it. They just come in the form of Third Age. Like, the Third Age sword and the cape and all that. They're worth, like, hundreds of mil.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you have those still. But, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because...
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good little history. Yeah, so, moving on, they added the option, they added the ability to auto-smash vials.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you do the Alfred Grimhand bar crawl, which you need for something else, I don't remember what else you need to do it for, but you'll unlock the toggleable option to automatically smash vials after you, empty them out or you consume them.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Do you know if there's an animation, or is it just after you consume it, it disappears?
It doesn't mention anything about an animation, and I haven't had a chance to try it out.
They really shouldn't call it auto smash, but if you're not actually smashing it, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some sort of animation. I'd hope.
Well, yeah.
Maybe it's just like the teleport tab, but instead of teleporting, you just throw it. You know what I mean?
I'd be fine with that. I hope it's that.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool.
That's a great idea. It should be that. If it's not, I'm gonna riot.
Yeah.
What world do they go to Riot?
330, I think.
330? Okay, 330 Riot.
So, yeah, they finally buffed Void Mage. That's pretty nice. So it was 30% magic accuracy. It's now 45%. And then on top of that, 2.5% damage boost.
To the elite.
Yeah. So this will stack. So, the elite gives you the damage boost. But yeah, so it will stack with the full elite mage void and like the occult and staff of the dead.
Nice.
That totals for 27.5% magic damage bonus.
Shit.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
It's like almost 40 with Ice Barrage.
Yeah, it's pretty
38.
huge.
I'm really bad with math. I'm probably not even close.
Yeah, nice little damage buff. Yeah, I'd like to see what people start using with it. If it's actually going to become more popular or not. Because, I have full Void Mage, so...
Oh, yeah, me too. And that's what I use for Zulrah, so...
Yeah, I'll help you out a little bit. In other news, the discontinued items from the WWF event has been added to the Diango's shop.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know there's a WWF event going on, but okay. I have no idea where that's from. Hopefully someone knows, but yeah. If you equip the Dwarven Helm within the Mining Guild, you'll now complete the Falador Hard Diary task. Okay. And unidentified minerals will now appear above the certain other ores when dropped. So probably up to Myth. If I'm going to throw it out there, I'm going to probably say Myth, Addy, and Rune will probably still be on top of it.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't really have to worry about that if you're just mining. And then yeah, bug fixes and stuff, clippings and just graphical issues, typos, same old.
Yeah, I don't see anything
fun
to mention.
Yeah, there's it's just, whatever. Yeah, so that is it for the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a slower week. We'll have more to talk about once the Deadman mode
this ends. Is it. This is the calm before the storm this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to get into some nice heated arguments about who won.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be good stuff. Yeah, I think Jagex is just kind of focusing on making sure everything's okay for the next season of Deadman mode.
That's it, because, they really don't want to do any steps backwards now at this point, because so far, at least in the last two, have been major improvements.
Yep. I'm really excited to see what it'll be like with no barrows.
Oh, yeah, me too.
That's going to be super sweet. You'll see someone in, dragon legs and be like, holy fuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be top tier. I mean, I guess there's going to be God Wars still. So that's kind of cool, but it also will be a little bit more
God
of a
Wars
challenge.
is a lot harder than Barrows, though.
I mean, yeah, if you crank out 70 agility, go do Sarah,
True.
Except the brews and the restores, it's kind of expensive, so... But yeah.
Okay. So that'll be cool. Can't wait for that. Excited to watch it. Excited to jump right in. And it's funny, you were mentioning with Canada's Day. I'm gonna end... That's my Canada's Day right there. It's gonna end up being... Watch the tournament and then jump into the Deadman mode. It's gonna be fireworks going off and I could, but I know I'm gonna be 10 levels behind.
Glance at them out your window.
Yeah, I'll just fucking turn on a YouTube video or some shit.
Yeah.
With that, I think it's time for the question of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time for the question of the week. So last week we had to confess your sins. Tell us, a story of you getting banned, why you should have been banned, or anything like that from the past and stuff like that. And, we told you our answers last week. We wanted to hear from you guys. So we got an answer on Discord. So this is from Para on our Discord. He says, back in the day, I used to ghost mouse to buy runes in mass. Never got banned. Don't know if it was bannable. Since then, I haven't done anything except got banned from a CC for calling some dude out on some BS. I'm too scared to bot or anything because this game takes so much time and I would hate to lose my progress. And it's funny, when he was saying that story, it reminded me that I remember there was a time when I was using an auto clicker to alch for some reason. And this is when everyone was using auto clickers to do shit. And they would do it at Soul Wars because the random events were still around in the game, and they would still kind of disrupt what you're doing, but the only place they wouldn't do it was Soul Wars, because the bank was in an area that was considered a minigame area.
Okay.
Yeah, so it reminded me of that. It's no good. My dark days there, and yeah, shit. It just shows you how bad, like, the state the game got. Because, like I said, I remember logging in and going to do Slayer and just seeing everyone had a dragon medium helmet, granite plate body, dragon legs, granite shield, and like a dragon long. And I remember everyone had that, and I was just like, this must be the new optimal style of play, you know? This must be the new meta that's in. Then you find out, oh no, it's just really high in defense, and it's really cheap and easily replaced, so that the bot doesn't die too often, and when it does, it doesn't lose too much money.
Yeah, it was... I mean, botting's still a bit of an issue, but...
No, it was not that bad, though.
No, nowhere near as bad as it used to. I remember when slings came out.
I didn't. I wasn't playing when this happened, so let's hear.
It was like a ranged weapon that didn't require ammo, and no stats were required, and it was like it was shitty, but it was perfect for bots. So you'd go, cows were just filled with people slinging them to death, goblins, chickens, like it was fucked. Like I don't know, it was really bad.
Wow. But yeah, I agree. I feel like I'm sure many of us can agree that now that we're playing it since we've grown up, the time it takes to put into some of these skills, like, we value it so much more. Back in the past, you had unlimited time, so eventually, like, fuck it, I'll bot because my account gets banned. Whatever, I got all the time in the world to make a new one.
Yep.
And now it's like, if my account gets banned, oh man, I'll never get it to where it was. So yeah, there's that was last week. This week, I'm thinking the question's gonna be, keeping it nice and simple maybe, what's your favorite holiday item or your favorite holiday event? Anything on those lines. And it could be like anything from in the past, like, because for me, what I was thinking is my favorite item that I would go with is the scythe. And that's only because, well, it's fucking badass, first of all. Second of all, I remember being a kid, and it was one of the items, like I said, I would be on Tippet looking at all the discontinued items and items you can't get anymore, and the scythe, along with the bunny ears, were the two items that, no matter what, I would never be able to get, because they were the first two untradeable holiday items.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I got the ones after it, but those two I missed. So the scythe is something, every time I saw someone with it, it was like a different level than the party hat. Because yeah, sure, the party hat is, not many people have it, but I could, if I had the money, I could buy one now. The scythe, I'll fucking never have that.
Yeah.
Same with the bunny ears. You saw someone with both those, and you're like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I have a buddy who's got bunny ears on RS3, and I used to be so jealous until EOC came out, and I was like, well, I'm over that. But that was the one thing like I liked with I had like the Easter egg ring, which obviously wasn't as rare as the scythe. No. And I didn't have a yo-yo on my main account, like the account I play now, but I have the Easter egg ring. And I used to like bank stand all the time with my ring, and people would freak out, like, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? And it's like, oh, don't worry about it. Haha, like, look at me. Is
that the one you like the most?
Yeah, probably. I have like the most fond memories kind of trolling around with it. You could do some really weird shit. I don't know if you can still do it now, but you're able to like, if you equipped it the ring and like either went to trade and then follow, or follow then trade, I don't know, you could do something, but you could slide around as an Easter egg as long as, you were following someone, I guess. You would kind of chase them around as an egg, and then once they stopped, you would stop and you'd have to do it again. And I used to just like mess around so much, like find people like running from like Varrock to Falador or something. And I would just do that, and they just have like a sliding egg chase them.
It's pretty funny. I feel like there used to be like a scam or some type of lure involving the Easter egg ring as well. Could be wrong, but
yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember. So yeah, let us know any fond memories, or if there's any items now that you got that you like think it's way better than any of the other holiday items. Let us know, because they're kind of fun. And
Yep.
with that being said, oh yeah, this is when I tell you where you guys can find us and send us messages and stuff like that. So anything you guys want to tell us, send it our way we'll start with Twitter, at The Wilderness RS, or Facebook at facebook.com/The Wilderness Podcast. Our email is thewildernesspodcast@gmail.com. And our chat channel is WildCC. So definitely do join that in game. And if you want to join our Discord, let us know and we'll send you a link so you can come and join. I don't think we're missing anything, am I? Oh, I'm sure you guys want to hear about my Google Plus too, or Google Plus page.
Do we have one?
Yeah, I made one from the very, very beginning. Right when I was starting the podcast. It's funny. Like, this week I got a message from Twitter saying, hey, it's your 1-year anniversary on your The Wilderness RS page. And I was like, why the fuck is it happening now? We didn't start the podcast till September. Why the hell am I making the podcast Twitter page 2 months in advance? I think I was getting antsy.
Yeah, a little anxious to get her going.
That was funny, but yeah, and I remember reading things where like, oh, this is the benefits from having Google Plus, and these are the things you can do with it that you can't do with other things, and I just couldn't be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was bothered enough to make it. So if you want to find us there, I'm sure just searching it, you'll find it. Who knows? I think we're good to bring her to a close.
Yep.
You got anything you want to tell us about coming up next week?
Nothing that I'm aware of. I don't know anything. I don't know. Nothing's planned. So
okay, fair enough.
No
yeah,
news.
Me too. So that we'll see. Fuck, the momentum's always so hard to bring down at the end of a show.
Oh yeah.
So let's just slam it into a wall like a train crashing into another train that was stopped for some reason.
Because of a wall.
Because walls get built on train tracks, I guess. All right. Yeah, keep your ears and eyes out for some Dead Man Mode stuff, because who knows? Maybe you'll see. Maybe all of us will be in the tournament next time. Maybe we'll be bringing home $20,000. Maybe we can. Yo, dude. Maybe we can just buy we can find a really central location to everybody, and we can get a Wilderness Podcast clubhouse.
A stream team house?
A stream team house.
And a gamer house?
Yeah, we can, have 30 people living in it, all playing RuneScape on our laptops and stuff.
Yep. The smell would be awful.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Till next week.
Yep, have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye. Toodaloo.